Hi, my name's Steve Banks and I'm one of the co-founders of City Shiatsu Massage, and today's video is just to talk about neck and shoulder issues that we can find in companies for office-based workers. So hopefully during the period of this video, what we're going to discuss is what causes neck and shoulder issues, what we can do to actually rehabilitate or even prevent this from happening, and lastly what we do at City Shiatsu to help these issues. So firstly, what causes these issues? Well, let's think. I mean, like when we're in the office, a lot of people tend to kink their shoulders in terms of when they're on the phone, they may be holding a phone in this hand whilst doing something else with another. So again, this causes an awful lot of tension in the trapezium muscle, and this really isn't good for us. Another thing we do is actually with our hands. Our hands are doing implements, but we tend to actually force them too far forward with our keyboard and mouse. As soon as we do this, all these synergizer muscles that are around our shoulder girdle have to tense. This again isn't good for us, but it causes tension in the trapezium, maybe in the latissimus dorsi and the deltoid muscles. So think about these things because they're really no-nos if you can. Keep the shoulders nice and tucked in at the side at about 45 degrees angle. This again keeps everything nice and relaxed. And also when we're looking at or using our PC screens, think about the level. First of all, it should be, our eye level should be 2 to 3 inches from the top, and also it should be an arm's length away if possible. This again will stop us from pushing our chin forward and kinking these neck muscles. So that gives you an idea of some of the activities we do in the office. Actually, our lifestyle choices have also a big impact. The more and more actually I see people come in that cycle because of the Olympics. Everyone seems to be cycling, which is fantastic because it's a very good form of cardiovascular activity. But at the same time, think about covering these neck and shoulder areas. Because when you're cycling into a headwind, it tends to be that obviously this cold air can actually embed in the muscle and cause contraction. So best if you can, think of these having scarves or some sort to cover this area, and you'll be a lot better for it. And another really simple thing you can do, when you go to bed, make sure there's no drafts in the room. Because when there's a draft, you tend to sleep, your body's nice and warm, but your neck's exposed. So what you have to try and think about is keeping it either the cover up or get rid of the draft, because this cold air does penetrate the neck, and a lot of people will come in to see me or someone else at City Shiatsu and say they've had a rick in their neck overnight, which is so easily avoided. So that's an idea of the things that cause obviously neck and shoulder issues, but what can you do to either prevent or actually rehabilitate these issues? So first of all, really if you can, invest in one of these kind of heated neck pillows. These can be placed around the neck 10 to 15 minutes after work. Again, what it does, it radiates heat into the muscle, releasing the muscle, releasing the tension. So you feel a lot better afterwards, and it will ease the discomfort that you're feeling. But if you want to prevent this from happening, how about just wearing a scarf or a high neck top into work? So any areas where you go from like a warm area to a cold area, again, the potential difference isn't so bad because you're wearing this warm neck hair or scarf to keep it nice and warm. So these are ideas that you can use and implement into your day-to-day life. And a physical activity you can do, if you think about if you have a rick in the neck on this side, and it's very painful to turn this way, don't turn towards the pain, turn away from the pain. And see straight away these muscles here, these are stretching. So get a nice long stretch as far as you can, return to center, do not turn any further, and then repeat. Nice long stretch, and this way you're stretching and releasing the muscle away from the contracted state. Again, if you do this 10 times and try and incorporate into your day 4 to 5 times a day when you have a rick, it means that you'll actually start to feel a release by the end of the day. So these are just small activities and very simple things you can do incorporated into your day to either prevent or rehabilitate a neck or shoulder issue. Now, what do we do at City Shiatsu? How do we prevent this or help rehabilitate it? Well, this is what we're going to show you over the next couple of minutes to explain how we work and how Shiatsu works.